At the beginning of this school year, one of my friends gave me the name of a YouTube channel I should check out. But not just any YouTube channel. This channel used to be run by one kid that I really did not like in 5th grade. He stopped posting there in 6th grade, and I completely forgot that I had the name of the channel until I was looking through one of my binders and found the name. I really want to share it here, but I'm not going to. Sorry, privacy reasons for me and this child. But I watched through every single video, and the highlights were Look What You Made Me Do video star. I thought I was the only one who made video stars with my friends. And a video where his sisters or cousins or something did his makeup, where he shouted at a whole bunch of kids in our class. Also, he was just as annoying in these videos as I remember, so that was fun. One of the things that I loved in 5th grade was how there was a huge emphasis on writing. I know, I'm weird, but whenever I heard that we were doing writing, especially in 5th grade, I was like, yippee! But there was an emphasis on creative writing in 5th grade, and there was like this one assignment where we had to come up with a city of our own based on our own name and interests. We were only supposed to write 2 or so pages, but I wrote like 7. And since I was a super fast typer, I would finish before everyone else. So guess what I would do? Write some more! I would either write Monster Valley, a book that I started in 5th grade, and hand wrote 50 pages, or Eddie the Emoji, who I blame for birthing this channel because Eddie was a little comic thing that I would draw in my English notebook, and that was the first time that I had ever drawn emojis like how I draw myself now. It's not a solid YouTube video if I don't focus on something negative, because it's fun to listen to people complain, right? You're still watching, so you agree with me. Well, my best friends in 5th grade were not the most great friends, and there was one recess where they told me that we were all gonna go play Watch Your Back Tag. I didn't really like that game, but I followed them anyway because I had nothing else better to do. After playing a game or two and teaming up as they do in elementary school, they told me that they were going to leave the game. I was eager to do something else, so I jumped up and started walking away with them. But that's when they told me that I couldn't follow them. I asked why, and they just told me to continue playing the game. So I had an internal meltdown as I involuntarily played Watch Your Back Tag, looking over my shoulder at my 2 friends talking behind me. The next day, my friend told me that they were bad-mouthing me. So there's your uplifting story of the day. Moving to something more happy. In elementary school, we had to learn the Pledge of Allegiance in both English and Chinese. We learned the pledge in 1st grade, so we basically just memorized the sounds and didn't realize what we were saying. It took me until 5th grade to realize that there was a point where the pledge was like, we pledge allegiance to America and China. And I think they stopped teaching the pledge in Chinese for that reason. But because we had only memorized sounds, we didn't know what words to emphasize. So by the time 5th grade came around, we would recite the pledge like an army drill. It was so funny every single time it happened, especially seeing my Chinese teacher's reaction. I can still recite it, by the way, so I'm just going to. Just excuse my pronunciation because I still don't know what half of these characters are. 我现是效忠美利坚合中国国旗以及它之所代表的统合国在上帝庇佑下的统一国家，不可分割，人人享有自由和正义。Yeah. The main reason I'm making a 5th grade story sequel video is because I somehow left out my favorite story from 5th grade in the last 5th grade video. I told this story so many times, so I'm just going to share the story the way I usually tell it, no script. Okay, so picture this. I am in Chinese class taking a test. You don't need to picture it. I'm making animation. But I'm taking a test, and it's super quiet and everything, and then you just hear a loud boom. And then I am sitting on the floor. My chair had done the splits, which was very fun. And everybody was laughing, and I was laughing. It was very funny. And my teacher was like, what the heck? Because it wasn't even like the end of the year, so she had no idea how I could have broken a chair. So like she had like a teacher meeting the next day, and one of the teachers saw the chair and she's like, holy crap, I have never seen a chair like that before. So she took a picture, and that chair was just kind of sitting in the back of the classroom for the rest of the year, and it was awesome. I was struggling to come up with a 6th story for this video, but then I realized that I'm pretty sure I remember what my very last day of elementary school was. I have never watched Hercules. I know, shame on me all you want. But I've seen parts of Hercules. That looked so bad as I typed it into the script, but I'm going to keep it anyway. I've seen segments of Hercules, and this is thanks to one of the 5th grade teachers. The last week of school, as most of you know, does not have much happen in it. I can't even count how many times I've had to watch Mulan thanks to the combination of the last week of school and Chinese class. And one of the activities the teacher thought would be great was to cram the entire 5th grade into her classroom and watch Hercules, which sounds like a great idea until you realize that we only had 30 minutes left in class, so the entire viewing went like this. Okay, so Hercules is like a wimp, right? So he sings a song. Hang on, I'll play that for you. Okay, but then his family tells him that he's like a Greek god or something, so he goes up to this place. Oh, and there's Hades. He is evil, and he tells this one person to do this one thing, and they live happily ever after the end.